I absolutely love fall. I love the big oversized sweaters, the leggings, the wraps, the scarves, and of course those pumpkin lattes from Starbucks. But when you're looking good and feeling good, it's important to smell good too. So I have a list of 10 fall fragrances that I think you guys are gonna love. All right, so in today's video, I'm gonna share with you 10 fragrances that I think are absolutely perfect for fall. Now, these are from my collection. I know there are a ton of fragrances out there that are absolutely perfect for fall. And as a matter of fact, I would love to know your fall favorite fragrance. So definitely comment that down below. So if there's a fragrance that you absolutely love, I'd love to know about it. And now, I'm wearing my sweater, even though it's like 95 degrees outside here in Southern California, but I'm trying to get into the whole fall spirit. So if you see me profusely sweating in a little while, I'm okay. Let's just get right on into talking about these amazing fragrances. Now, the first one that I want to talk about is one of my favorites, and it is new to my collection, and I absolutely adore this one. This one is called Plum in Cognac, and it is by Scents of Wood. This bottle alone is absolutely beautiful, and the notes inside are incredible. The first thing you're gonna notice is a rum absolute. There's some purple plum, which is very juicy, very ripe, very sweet. There's cinnamon bark in here, which gives it just the right amount of spiciness. There's Peru balsam, as well as Amethyst, Immortelle. There's vetiver Haiti in here, as well as some vanilla, which gives it some creaminess and some cistus. So all around, really nice fragrance. I love this for the fall, especially when it starts to get colder out. This is gonna be an incredible fragrance to wear. Performance-wise, this is a great performing fragrance. The longevity is outstanding on my skin. It's at least 8 hours, if not more. Super, super long lasting on the clothes. You'll notice it the next day. So great, great performance as far as projection. Amazing projection. It definitely goes past an arm's length. The sillage is incredible. People are gonna notice this fragrance. It's got some booziness to it. It's an all around gorgeous fragrance. And I should have mentioned that the organic alcohol in this fragrance is actually aged in a vintage cognac barrel. So it pulls a lot of that scent in there and creates this absolutely gorgeous fragrance that I think you guys are gonna love. Another amazing fragrance for fall is another new one to my collection, and I absolutely adore this one as well. This one is Very Cherry Rose Chocolate Patchouli by Meleg Perfumes. This fragrance was created by Matthew Meleg, who is in Canada. He actually creates these fragrances in his home, and they are absolutely beautiful. So if you love a rose scent, this is definitely one to check out. It is exquisite. I absolutely love the notes in here. It opens up with a black cherry accord. So it's not a light fruity type of fragrance. It's more on the heavier, darker side, like a dessert cherry. And then there's some lychee in here, or lychee, however you pronounce that. And it's absolutely stunning. The lychee is a tropical fruit. It has some sweetness, a very juicy type of fruit. And then in the heart of this, you have this gorgeous May rose, which is absolutely beautiful. It smells pure. It's one of those roses that's like sun-kissed, that's ripened in the sun. It's got some sweetness to it. It's open and full bloom. There's also orris butter in here. And then in the base, there's 4 types of patchouli. And as it really starts to warm up on your skin, you're gonna really notice the dark patchouli taking place, and it is making room for the cocoa absolute, that chocolate. So if you love chocolate as well, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous fragrance. As far as performance, very nice performing, 6 to 8 hours, if not more, on my skin, which is amazing because I have dry skin and fragrances have a tendency to disappear pretty quickly. So this lasts a nice amount of time on my skin, and you'll notice it the next day on your clothes as well. The projection is past an arm's length. The sillage is gorgeous. I think it's stunning. It's definitely gonna turn some heads. All around, really nice fragrance. All right, next on my list, I have La Nuit TRESOR à la Folie Eau de Parfum by Lancome. This is also fairly new to my collection, and I really like this fragrance. I love that it's different than the original, which is the La Nuit TRESOR. And this one has a lot more of a woody note to it. And when you first smell this, you're going to get red currant. There's some pink pepper, some pear, as well as bergamot. So really nice. It opens up kind of juicy, sweet with the fruit, and then it starts to darken as you get into the heart of this fragrance. There's some damask rose, some violet, peony, and jasmine, which you're going to pick up. It's absolutely beautiful. And then you get to the base of this fragrance where there's bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, benzoin, nutmeg, so it's got some spiciness in there, some patchouli, as well as those dark woody notes. All around beautiful fragrance. It's definitely intoxicating. As far as performance, this is really good. It's about 6 hours on my skin, 6 to 8 hours. Longer on the clothes, projection's really nice. It's about an arm's length. And the sillage is really pretty with this one. Because of those woody notes, it really gives some depth and some interest. It's definitely intoxicating. And I would imagine people are gonna stop you wanting to know what fragrance that you are wearing. All right, next on my list, I love this fragrance. This one is Candy Night by Prada. This is the Eau de Parfum. This is really nice. This opens with some neroli. So if you enjoy neroli, you're definitely gonna pick up that in this fragrance. There's some bitter orange, which is really nice. It's not too bitter, but it's just the right amount of bitterness to it. And then there's some iris. In the heart, as it starts to warm up on your skin, you're gonna get that tonka bean and vanilla. And then in the base, you've got that chocolate and patchouli. So delicious gourmand fragrance. It's very delicious smelling. It is something that I absolutely love wearing, especially in the cooler months that is ahead of us. This is a great, great fragrance. Now, as far as longevity, this is about this is about 6 hours on my skin. If I moisturize, it may go to 8. It does last longer on the clothes. It projects very well. It's about an arm's length. And then the sillage is really nice. You're gonna have this little bubble around you. So people are gonna be able to smell this if they're about a foot or two away from you. And then you're gonna get wafts of this throughout the day. So it's really nice. Again, if you love chocolate, this is a really nice fragrance to try. All right, next I've got Fever Eau de Parfum by Jimmy Choo. I have to say, this is my favorite fragrance from the Jimmy Choo line. I've tried most of his fragrances, and I have to say, I love the performance on this one. I think it's one of the best performers, and I love the scent. It's incredible. It's very dark and deep. It opens with a black plum. There is some lychee and grapefruit in here. So that grapefruit is sweet. It's not like a bitter grapefruit. It's got some sweetness to it. So you're definitely gonna open with some sweetness as it starts to warm up a little bit more. There's that heliotrope. There's vanilla orchid and jasmine. So really pretty florals. And then as it warms up more on your skin, this is where it starts to really deepen. You get this roasted tonka bean, benzoin, and sandalwood. And I really enjoy sandalwood in fragrances. I think it just adds a lot of depth. And this definitely has a lot of depth to it. It smells very, very intoxicating. Again, my favorite from the Jimmy Choo line. The performance on this one is about 6 hours on my skin. It projects very nice. It's about an arm's length. And then the sillage is really nice. This is a fragrance that will be in this bubble around you, and people are going to pick up throughout the day this amazing fragrance. I think it's very feminine. I think it's very sophisticated and a fantastic fragrance for fall. Next on my list, I have Roses Vanille by MANCERA Eau de Parfum. This is another great fragrance for fall. This opens with some lemon zest. It's got like the lemon from Calabria. And then as this starts to warm up more on your skin, you're gonna get this Turkish Delight, which is the dessert type of note, and it's got rose mixed in there. So not a ton of roses in here, but just enough to give you that beautiful scent. And then as it warms up more on your skin, you've got cedar wood, an intense vanilla, which you're gonna pick up on. It's creamy, it smells great. There's also some white musk in here as well. So a really nice fragrance. Again, it does have that mild rose note to it mixed with that Turkish delight, which is absolutely mouth-watering and gives that gourmand feel. As far as the performance, this does about 6 to 8 hours on my skin. It projects very nicely, about an arm's length. And then the sillage in this is really, really nice. This just keeps giving. People are gonna smell this. It may even enter a room before you do. It's got some lasting power and some great, great sillage. So another great one by MANCERA. Moving right along, we have L'Interdit Eau de Parfum by Givenchy. I like this fragrance a lot. I think it's really nice. I know they just came out with another one, Rouge L'Interdit, which I did have a chance to smell. And that reminds me a little bit of this one with the intense version, kind of a in between those two. But I prefer the original. I think it's great. Now this one opens up with ginger, and you're gonna, if you like ginger, you're gonna pick up on that ginger right away. As it warms up, you've got some orange blossom, some jasmine, as well as tuberose. So if you love tuberose, you're definitely gonna get it in this fragrance. And then in the base, it really warms up, and you have that patchouli and vetiver. Now the vetiver is not too strong in this. The patchouli kind of takes over, but it is a beautiful combination. Lasting power is very nice in this. It's about 6 hours on my skin, a little bit longer. It projects very nicely. It's about an arm's length. And the sillage is very nice in this one. It is a very sophisticated type of fragrance. It's very pretty, very feminine, all around compliment getter. All right, next, one of my favorites, and I talk about this and you can tell by the bottle. This one is Donna, Born in Roma by Valentino. I had to add this one in. It's so boozy, I love it. This one's gonna open with some sparkling Italian bergamot, and you get that. You're gonna smell it, but then it goes right into the heart where there are 3 different types of jasmine, and then the base has that bourbon vanilla and modern wood notes. So it's very woody. It feels perfect for fall. I have it on right now, and I just absolutely love the way this smells. I think it's perfect for fall. Some people may say it's year round, and you definitely could wear this year round, but it's so fitting for fall, and I wore it a lot last fall. Now, as far as performance, it's about 8 hours on my skin, a lot longer on the clothes, projects beautifully, it's past an arm's length. This is one that'll enter a room before you do, and then the sillage is gorgeous. It's got this smoky, boozy kind of vibe that I think is absolutely incredible. Really nice fragrance. I'm very happy with this one. All right, we're almost done. We are at Woman Intense Eau de Parfum by Ralph Lauren. This is a great fragrance. I have the original as well, but I prefer the intense version over the original. It's definitely a lot longer lasting, and the notes really stand out more, I think, in this fragrance. When you first smell it, you're getting black currant. There's some pink pepper in there, the pink pepper oil, so it's a little bit spicy. There's some neroli oil in there. Again, if you like neroli, this has a beautiful neroli note. And there's some rhubarb. In the heart of this fragrance, you're getting some tuberose, some orange flower. Again, if you like tuberose, this is another great fragrance. It's got a lot of tuberose in here. It smells incredible. There's also some jasmine sambac, which you're gonna pick up on. And then in the base, you get this gorgeous black vanilla and this sandalwood oil. So really nice. The sandalwood really adds that depth, again, that woody note to it. It's an all-around really nice fragrance, extremely feminine. The longevity on me for this one is 4 to 6 hours. It does last longer on the clothes. And then the projection is probably an arm's length. It does get a little bit closer to the body. You will have a close bubble around you, so people standing a little bit closer to you are gonna notice this fragrance. Again, it's very intoxicating, very feminine, a great fragrance. And then last on my list is Nirvana Amethyst, and this is by Elizabeth and James. This is the Eau de Parfum. I love this. It has a tobacco note in there, which I absolutely love. I think this is a boozy, smoky type of fragrance. It opens with some tobacco. There's honeysuckle in here as well, some cedar and spices. So they did a really nice job with this one. I think this is my favorite of theirs. I think it's intoxicating. It's definitely one that you want to have for your fall fragrances. As far as the longevity on this one, it's about 4 to 6 hours on my skin. I wish it lasted a little longer. It projects nicely within an arm's length, and then the sillage, it is much closer to the body after about an hour or two. So people standing really close are going to be able to pick up on this fragrance. So there you have my 10 fragrances for fall. One of my viewers suggested I do a fall fashion and fragrance video, and I am going to do that. And I'll incorporate these fragrances in and find some fun outfits to wear with them. So look for that video. It'll be coming really soon. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay beautiful inside and out.